I'm Alex Bergerson. We're here at PHX Comi-Con with TJ Boyer of the Gate Chronicles. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your book here, your book series.
My series is about a gentleman named Shamit the Wizard. He travels to different worlds and different times by way of a mirror gate. And it's, if you think about the mirror gate, it's like a giant mirror on the wall, and he sees a world, and then once he sees it, he can step through it.
Okay.
And it's that way he doesn't have to have a spaceship and stuff like that,
right.
you know, because he's a wizard. So he goes there, and he's been in training to do this because he was raised by a dragon.
Okay.
And on a world where there's wizards, dragons, elves, trolls, all the mythical creatures that we grew up reading about, right?
Right.
So he lives on there, and after years of training, he finally gets permission to go off-world for his first solo trip.
Okay.
And he goes on a planet, and when he gets there, he's looking for artifacts to bring back to his home world for study and everything like that. And he rescues a young princess, and he gets caught up in some political turmoil and breaks the one rule that he's not supposed to, which is get involved with the politics.
Right.
So he tries to help the people that are there.
So it sounds sort of like a fantasy Indiana Jones type, would that be fair to say?
Yeah, you know, because
nice.
I've got shape-shifting, I've got dragons who change into humans, I've got a were-tigress.
Okay.
And in human form, she's an assassin, thief, and then when needed, she can turn into a tigress.
Nice. So what made you get into this sort of genre? What is kind of your inspiration here?
The gist of the story was from a dream.
Okay.
And it was kind of a story that I used to tell my children, you know, because I used to tell my children stories that, you know, like Frankenstein the monster wasn't the bad guy, it was the village people.
Exactly.
The humans are the bad guys. Werewolf is just a guy who has long hair and people are upset with him. And same with all the other stuff. You know. So I told the story to my children as they were growing up. And then years ago, my son came and told me I needed to write it down in a book so he could read it to his son.
Nice.
So I started writing it, and unfortunately, from the little stories that I used to tell them, it grew into 6 novels, and I'm working on 3 others.
Nice. So would you like to tell us about your stuff that you're working on?
The latest one I'm working on is with Shamit the Wizard, the main character. He is in process of moving a world.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, there's a flash. He lets go of one of the things that's holding on to, and the world gets transported, and so does he.
Nice.
And he gets transported to Earth. 2015.
Okay.
And he wakes up in the hospital in New York City, and he'd been in the hospital for a week in a semi-coma. And so he wakes up, and of course the humans are trying to figure out who and what he is because they've never seen anyone with purple eyes.
Very nice.
And so, you know, they're checking his DNA and everything, and his blood type and DNA and everything like that is not human, so they don't know what he is. And one of the main doctors is like, he's an alien. He's got a spaceship, you know, and all this stuff. So the story goes where he's here trying to figure out where he's at, because he's never been on a world with the kind of technology and everything that we have here. Okay. The worlds that he's been on have been more like Earth type of around the 15th and 16th century. You know, sword, bows and arrows, and not very much high technology.
Right. Sounds fair.
And that's where it's at.
Great. We'll look forward to seeing that. You got any social media website you'd like to throw out there?
If anyone wants to check it out, they can go to www.Gate Chronicles.
Okay.
And that's my website, and they can check out stuff like that.
Great.
And if I can put a plug in for the next 4 days, you know, for the Comic-Con weekend, the first 4 books are available on, you know, ebooks for $1.99 each.
Nice. So we'll go check those out, guys. It's been a pleasure. I thank you again.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jesse Lozano. We're at the PHX Comi-Con 2016. If you like what we're doing here, you can watch the other videos and see all the other clips, or you can subscribe and see everything that we post up. Thanks, guys.